Well, hello again. I'm back with another update here. Back at Poolside here. Truck still hasn't not been done. Still waiting on parts. Not going to be in now till tomorrow. So the truck probably is not going to be done till Saturday now, by the looks of it. So yeah, I will have to get a room here for a couple more nights. So what I'm going to talk about first of all is there is some activity in the tropics going on. There are a couple of weaker systems. First real tropical system in the Atlantic has developed in central Atlantic, way south, well east of the Lesser Antilles. It's moving west. However, it's not expected to amount to much. It may move into the southern Lesser Antilles and into the southern Caribbean early next week. And again, from my perspective, it's the first tropical system this year. We have another one just offshore in the Gulf here, a disturbance, which may develop into something weak before it gets into Texas, but it's not going to be anything serious. So we are heading toward August with so far no hurricanes in the Atlantic. I believe there is one hurricane, Cat 1, I think, or 2 maybe, out in the Pacific. Between Hawaii and Mexico, heading in the direction of Hawaii. However, likely it will probably weaken before it gets all the way to Hawaii, more than likely. Another interesting tidbit of information is a few nights ago I was talking to a couple here who had gone to the beach, and they remarked that the waters in the Gulf were chilly, that they had to actually get used to the water to go in it. It was a lot cooler than the pool water was. I found that very interesting because the media is telling us that water temperatures in the Gulf throughout are in the low 80s. And from the way these people were describing things, water temperatures in actuality are in the low 70s, I'd say at most, if they had to get used to the water to go in it. So if that's true of the Gulf of Mexico, who knows how many other places that's true, where they're saying ocean waters are like bath water, and they're not. That is going to affect the hurricane season. As I've been saying, I'm still holding to an inactive season overall. I mean, we may get a couple in August because the sun angle is stronger in August. But one thing I do notice about these weather systems that we are getting is they're way south in latitude, 9 degrees north for this system in the Atlantic. Normally they form at between 15, around 15 latitude they'll form. This one's only at 9. The one in the Pacific as well is at 10 degree north latitude, very close to the equator for a tropical system. So with the Gulf not that warm, it's going to be hard to really get something going in the Gulf if the water temperatures are only in the 70s. Unless it was a very localized effect, upwelling or something. Yeah, the waters in the Gulf are not as warm as they're saying, based on what these people told me about their experience going in the water there. As far as the building situation, I did get an email on my Craigslist ad. However, I have not heard back from this person. I don't know, maybe they went to work. They said they were very interested in the email. I'm waiting to hear back from them. So I held off on calling the code inspector. The building manager is willing to vouch for me if I do have to go to court. Because, again, he's willing to back me up on the fact that those apartments are in livable condition and that the condition of the building cannot be immediately fixed. It's major stuff. So they have no justification really in not paying me rent. If they do take me to court, my plan is I'm going to file a countersuit and make them have to pay every penny of the $1,150 they owe me. I was going to originally let them go and not bother with taking them to court for rent, but given the way they've gone about things since this whole thing blew up, and that they're not paying me rent over it, even though their apartments they live in, and even if they did pay the rent, according to the building manager, there is a window that's missing. And when they moved in, that window was there. These tenants are trying to tell me the window is missing and you didn't fix it. They're the ones that apparently broke it, according to the building manager. He has pictures to prove it. The stove not working, well, I did not know that until yesterday. They did not call the building manager about it or anything. So they made no effort to get that resolved. Of course, they try to say the wiring in the apartment is all bad. Of course, they talk about the basement, the situation with the beam. That is something that cannot be fixed in 2 seconds. So they do not have the legal grounds to not pay me rent for July at all. And so, as I said a minute ago, if they actually take me to court and I have to go in, I'm filing a countersuit, and I will make sure I get every penny of the rent that they owe me, and that they do not get their deposit back because that window is missing. They will not get back their deposit. I am hoping it doesn't have to come down to go into court. But if I have to, I will. Even if I have to do it by phone remotely. So again, I am waiting to hear back from this person. I don't know if I'm going to hear back from them or not. I basically replied with my phone number, my name, and asked him to call me. Maybe he had to go to work today because the email was from really early this morning, so I suspect he had to go to work. Maybe when he gets home from work, he'll reply to me, if that's the case. The oil leak is, for the truck update, the oil leak is going to cost a lot of money to fix, mainly because to get to the seal that's causing the issue, they have to basically take the hood off, tear out the radiator. All kinds of parts have to come out for them to get to that seal. So I'm probably going to leave that alone unless the leak gets really bad. The battery charging, they said a wire was loose. They fixed that. The other stuff, like I say, we're waiting on the parts. Still waiting on the parts since Tuesday. So they're supposed to get them in tomorrow afternoon. But I know this is what they've been telling me for the last 3 straight days. So we shall see. Of course, yesterday I sounded horrible because I think anybody would. Anybody would after getting scammed out of $45,000, man. If that doesn't faze you at all, I guess you could say that I'm a robot if it didn't faze me. It would faze anybody. Unless I was Mark Zuckerberg or something, and the 40,000 would be a couple of pennies in my pocket, but I'm not exactly in that situation. But the amazing thing about it is, as much as darker forces keep trying to lower my vibration, they're not managing to do it for long. This tenant, if they go against me in court, it's extremely likely they're going to lose. They do not have the legal grounds at all to not pay me rent. Of course, they try to use that the building is being condemned. That has nothing to do with their apartment they're in. It's over wiring issues, and it's over other issues that don't really involve totally their apartment. The apartment itself is in livable condition. They said the stove isn't working, but that I only found that out yesterday. That's not a reason to not pay rent. I was not given a chance to correct that issue. They never called the building manager, or me for that matter, about it. So that is going to be it for this video. The weather looks like it's calmed down for now. There was a lot of rain earlier, moved through from that tropical disturbance offshore. But the sun is kind of shining through. It's not too hot today because of all the rain we had earlier. So that's going to be it. I will be back soon with another update. Not sure what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere. Probably till Monday now by the looks of it.